Hey guys, happy Monday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. My last video was just like a couple days with me. I didn't start filming until like Thursday, so it was just like, girl, we might as well just keep it cute and do like a couple little, not to spend a day with me, it was just like spend a couple days with me. And I did want it to be kind of like New Jersey focused, or just basically, I don't know, just me doing stuff, you know, just me doing stuff, you know. So welcome to another week. I do have to work. I literally have, what time is it? I have to leave for work in like 10 minutes. But I just wanted to say hi and start off the vlog. The drink y'all saw me making the second time, I know it probably looked disgusting. I know. I had a strawberry Yahoo. Like a child, you know what I mean? But I was like, what if I make a strawberry matcha? Like, what if I just use this as the milk base, like how I would typically just use oat milk and then add the matcha to the oat milk. I was like, what if I just add the matcha powder mix to the strawberry milk? And I know it looked really nasty because the color just didn't blend well. Obviously a green and pink is not going to look good together. It's going to turn into like that brownish look. But it was actually pretty good. Obviously Yahoo, like, it's flavored milk, you know what I mean? So it's going to be good regardless, or it's going to have some bit of a flavor. It's going to have the sweetness. I only had a little bit of matcha powder left, so I literally just used the rest of that, and it was actually good. I actually wouldn't complain about that. At first I was going to try a strawberry coffee. Like, I was like, maybe what I'll do is I'll use a little bit of instant coffee, put it in a cup, add some water, some honey, whatever, and then pour the milk into it, like how you would make, I guess, like a latte, I guess. I was thinking about trying it with coffee instead, but then I was just like, I have a little bit of matcha, so it turned into that. But I just wanted to start the vlog off and say hi, and let's get into the week. It is a gloomy day today, so hopefully this is not what the week looks like. Let's cross our fingers and our toes. Okay. Remember I told you guys that the people that live across from me got a Ring camera, right? Some of you may know where I'm going with this. There's a TikTok right now of basically, okay, let me rewind for a second, because basically what I was saying is I didn't like the concept of someone being able to watch me 24/7. Like, it just felt kind of weird. Obviously we live in a surveillance state. This is not something that's new, but even the thought of like the license plate readers that they have, the cameras that they place all throughout the city, and it's just, everyone's just being monitored. It just feels, it feels a little like dystopian, or it feels like at any given moment someone can track me. Like, it's just weird to me. Granted, this is just like, it's just something we have to get over, or I have to get over. Some people are with me on this understanding, but I also understand that some people have already gotten over it, or I guess just like don't think about it as much. So when I first saw that the neighbor across the hall from me has a Ring camera, mind you, it's only pointed at my door, obviously, because we are across from each other. No one else on my floor has a Ring camera. I understand the need for it. It's safety, it's protection, it's preventative. I get it. There's just a part of me that still feels like it's awkward to be watched all the time, because that's essentially what's going on. Every time I leave out of my apartment, every time I come back, it's a camera recording you, your every entrance and your every exit. It's awkward to me, right? So there's a video going on TikTok about this exact thing, basically, where this woman was observing the people who live across from her are like, the woman is like cheating on the husband or whatever, apparently, allegedly. But basically, every time the husband, it's a white couple, every time the husband leaves, a black guy shows up, and she was catching it on her Ring camera every single time. It's like different days, the man has on different outfits, he comes in, he just walk in the door, you know, he let himself in, whatever, and then he leaves, and then again the husband just seems to be unaware of whatever they have going on. So it's being caught on the Ring camera. So what does the woman do? she tells the husband like, oh, okay, well, you know, do you notice, like, do you know anything about this? And every time you leave, I see that there's a guy that shows up, blah, 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 blah. And I commented this. Y'all, based on how I feel about Ring cameras, what do y'all think my opinion is? Like, I think it's weird. I don't know. Like, it's just awkward to me. I'm sorry. I did put unpopular opinion. I actually hate this. Like, just like, granted, I don't condone cheating. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of sucks. We don't know what they was doing in that apartment, but we can all speculate that every time the husband leaves, this man comes. And again, the girl posted other clips of the husband coming back to her like, hey, like, can I get your phone number? And like basically trying to inquire more about whatever it is that the neighbor was witnessing. And I just think it's weird to be watched all the time, and then to the point where someone is keeping tabs on you. Like, y'all, it's no way that's like, how is that not weird? Like, granted, I'm not doing anything wrong in my apartment, but I wouldn't want my neighbor to be like clipping the videos of every time my man come over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. And I feel like that video to me was proof that, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I just feel like we have so much access to each other. And again, I don't condone cheating. So it's like, if you want to stand on a hill where it's like, oh, I had to tell him, power to all men. But I don't know. I just find it to be uncomfortable to know that someone is watching your every move. And so many people are like, okay, I have Ring cameras. I don't be watching people like that. Like, I have the Ring camera, but it's just for protection. I only look at it when da 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 da. But there are people who are watching it. Like, there are people who are sitting in their homes clipping videos every single time. It's just weird. And I will die on that hill. It's weird to me. Let me see. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm about to just go vote. Happy Tuesday. Happy 4th. We are voting today. Because they're trying to turn New Jersey red. Oh my God, please. Granted, I think in the past, well, yeah, it's gone back and forth with New Jersey. But for the most part, it's been blue. We've been a blue state for the most part. But there was a thread post about this too. And they were like, oh, make sure you get out there. Like, I'm not feeling confident, basically, because every time you drive, there are, of course, parts of Jersey are very racist. New Jersey does, apparently, according to, like, there's a Google search that you can do, but apparently we have sundown towns. Parts of New Jersey I don't visit, you know what I mean? But what was I gonna say? Oh, there was a thread basically, and this girl was like, okay, I'm not feeling confident. Like, we've been seeing so many signs about, like, about putting this guy in as a governor that sucks, basically. And he's very Republican, you know what I mean? And again, as I'm driving, I see the signs everywhere, you know, people. But what I said was on the thread post is that it's always been known that people in the R party are very vocal about who they support, whether it's a flag, whether it's a shirt, whether it's on their vehicles, whether it's on their homes. They make it very known who they want to support and that they are on that side of things, you know what I mean? Whereas the D party tend to be more subtle. We tend to be more sane. You know, like, we tend to be more like, I don't have to put a sign, a flag. I don't have to scream it from the rooftops. I don't have to put it on a t-shirt necessarily. You know what I mean? There are people who do wear, you know, political party clothes. But for the most part, the people who are supporting may be supporting more silently and more just like, I don't feel the need to put a sign outside of my door. So just because we are seeing so many signs doesn't mean that they are automatically stronger or they're just louder. That's all it is. They're just louder. So I guess I'm going to go and, well, I am going to go and vote, and then I'll go grab a coffee or something. I'm literally just wearing something super simple. Super simple. And I might be cold. I'm trying not to hit Fiona. Excuse me. Yeah, child. It's a part of me. It's fall. You know what I mean? I do have a shirt on. An undershirt on, not just like a bra. We've lost the undershirts. Like, I feel like, do kids still wear like undershirts and leggings under their clothes, and like stockings have come back around, but there was a period where girls were not really wearing stockings, so like undergarments. So I do have like a regular undergarment on. Now, do I have something on my knees? Obviously not. I'm gonna put on my UGG Tasmans, and let's get out the door.
He's one of one.
And I'm right back on deal. Still got some boys on the payroll.
Yeah.
You niggas still tipping Carol.
Yeah.
She with a P in the leg, the condo. We bout to use my Giano. Up in the P, out some beaming on narcos. Thinking I should take the Barco. Oh yeah, gotta go get it tomorrow.
Hey guys. Went to Tim Hortons. Think because I just was in the mood. And also, I don't have any cold brew at my house, or I have like maybe this much left, and it's just not going to get me a full cup. So, or you know what, I could probably make cold brew somehow. I have instant coffee. Like, can't I make it somehow? Like, there has to be a way where I can like add water to the instant coffee maybe. But the instant coffee I have is so strong. I got a different brand. I think I have Folgers. That instant coffee is very strong, like stronger than I really like my coffee to be. But anyway, there's been a conversation on on TikTok about like two creators, like they saw each other out and they had beef on the internet, but then one of the creators, I didn't see the original story, so let me preface this by saying that I did not see the original complaint. Like, one of the creators came online and said, I saw this person out. This is, again, word of mouth. This is just what other people are saying, because again, I didn't see the original. But she apparently came up to the girl and tried to like squash it or try to keep it neutral. And the girl basically like wasn't having it because they had beef on the internet. So the question has been whether internet beef is real life. Like, basically, how does that translate when it comes to seeing influencers or seeing people that you've had beef with online in person. And you know what I thought about? I thought about this time where I got into this argument with this guy, right? This has been, I told y'all this story when it first happened. I was very emotional and I was very irritated, and I told y'all this story, right? Y'all may not remember, but at the time, him and I got into an argument. This is someone that I've known for a long time. We grew up together, like we went to elementary school together. As we got older, when we got out of high school, like when I was in college, him and I started dating and actually like dealing with each other, and that died off. Whatever, he tried to spin the block a couple times, like, you know, it was like one of those things, but I was over it. Like, it felt, dealing with him again would feel kind of childish, because I feel like growing up, that was like somebody that I had a crush on when I was like 10, 11, you know what I mean? Like, so at the time, I was just kind of over it, but we would still kind of converse here and there on Instagram, just like a little bit here and there. He'll comment on this, and again, he tried to shoot a shot, spin the block, but I wasn't really beat. There was a conversation happening. This was around the time, if y'all remember, when we were talking about whether teachers, it was like when a teacher came online and they were and he had the students braiding his hair. If y'all remember that time when everyone was like, you shouldn't be like having kids playing in your hair as an adult. Like, it just felt really weird to people. And I came online and I shared my opinion on my Instagram. He commented on that, and basically like he was trying to argue with me about it. And this is honestly branching into another conversation, because I posted before, I think it was my close friends, but I was talking about how men love to argue with me. Like, it's just something about me, I guess. Like, I don't know, men love to like have debates with me for some reason. And sometimes I like to argue, like, you know, like sometimes if I feel that I'm right and if I'm confident about what my opinion is and I can't be swayed on it, then I don't mind telling you about my opinion. You know what I mean? And I guess it's a bit of maybe a confidence thing. Maybe it's a mixture of a couple things. But regardless, men just like to do this thing with me. And I think in that moment with that guy that I went to middle school with, that's what was happening. He wanted to like challenge my opinion about the teacher thing. And he ended up, and when like I wasn't really budging, he ended up getting disrespectful. and he brought up unprovoked, like when I tell you the way he responded to the fact that I didn't agree with this teacher situation, the way he responded was so nasty. Like it made me cry because I was so like, what? Like I said, yo, this man really just wanted to disrespect me. Like that's really what it boiled down to, and I had no clue where it came from. He's a Sagittarius also. Sagittarius men, as a Sagittarius men forever, you know. So he just wanted to be nasty to me. It was just so weird because again, it was unprovoked, and the fact that this thought came to his mind in response to us not agreeing on a topic that had nothing to do with either one of us. Again, him wanting to argue and him wanting to be nasty. He said something about my family basically, and it was like rude as I don't know what. Like he basically brought up like my situation growing up. Now mind you, I knew him already, so he knew little things about me. Obviously we had talked before. Very nasty individual, very nasty gentleman. I posted him on my story. After that happened, I said, this man is gross. Like I cannot believe he just said this to me. And I said, you're a weird, like I just started I was cussing him out basically on my story. Not something I typically do. Like if you go to my Instagram story right now, it's probably something very casual. Of course, by the time you guys are watching this, I don't know what's going to be on my story. I don't know what's going to be on my story, but like my story is very casual. It's very chill. It's very cutesy. It's very girl la la. You know what's on it in this moment right now is this I voted sticker. That's what's on my story. You know what I mean? Like it's very chill. My story that day was the opposite. I was so irritated that day. I just felt so disrespected, and it made me sad because I'm just like, for you to have been so nasty to me, to say something so disrespectful, you really wanted to hurt my feelings. And I think that's what was bothering me the most out of everything. You wanted to hurt my feelings over an opinion. Like, and really what it really is like, you're a bum. Like, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you're a loser bum. So like, misery loves company, right? So like, that's really what it boiled down to in the back of my mind. I say all this to say, when I posted that on my story, his sister was also following me. His sister, I grew up with her also. We used to go to the same church. So she's a couple years, she might be like a grade under me or so. She might be like Montana's age, my little sister's age. But like, she commented on that also. And she's just like, oh, like not to take his side, but I don't think he meant it that way. And I said, like, yo, I was so irritated that day. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was cussing her. I wanted to cuss everybody out basically. But basically I ended up saying to her, he very well knew what he was saying. He's a grown man. He knew that saying that would hurt my feelings, or like he was attempting to do that. He did exactly what he knew he was going to be doing in that moment. He acted that way on purpose because she was trying to say, well, no, like he wouldn't have said it like that, and da da da. You know your brother. Like, please, you know your brother. So you trying to defend him on, like, if someone posted that about my brother, maybe in the back of my mind I would be like irritated because I'm just like, don't post my brother. But at the same time, I would know how my brother acts. You know what I mean? Like, if you think right now, if you have a sibling that you grew up with, you know how they are. So it's like, don't try to come in here making excuses or whatever. But basically her and I started going back and forth because she was trying to defend him, and it was just disgusting to me. I ended up blocking her, right? I blocked the both of them. I saw her out in person a couple months later, and honestly, y'all, I be chilling. I forgot. I forgot. When I tell you I forgot that her and I were arguing. Now mind you, when I saw her, my first reaction was to speak to her. I was just like, hey. And the way she responded, it was just like, hey. Like, she was kind of just like it almost seems as if she was taken aback. And then it clicked to me in that moment, and I got irritated in that moment because I was just like, how did I forget that I don't like this bitch? Like, how did I forget? I was so irritated. I said, oh dang, like And again, I be chilling, so like I don't walk around with beef with people, like, you know, like for the most part I don't really carry that spirit for them, you know what I mean? So me speaking to her in that moment was literally like, I guess it was genuine, but for the most part I wouldn't have spoken to her if I had remembered. But I say all this to say beef does translate in real life. That's what the conversation has been on TikTok, whether like we should carry, even though it happened on the internet, should it carry into real life? The internet is real life, like excuse me, especially when these interactions are all real. And in the situation on TikTok, they basically had like a little bit of a back and forth. They were like talking about people talking about each other, making videos about each other. That's what happened initially. So it's like fast forwarding to now, why would I squash all of that? So thinking about my own situation, if I had I just really didn't remember that I had her blocked. I forgot about that situation. But if I had remembered that in that moment, I would have carried that same energy. It would have still been like, girl, forget you and your brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would still be the same thing, because the way you made me feel on the internet is still the way I feel in real life. Like, that wasn't a mask. You didn't talk out of your behind on some like fake stuff. Like, that was really how you felt. So why would you feel any different if we see each other in person? So it's just like, yeah, no, energy translates. It's the same thing. And someone, well, I think it was Jamila that said it, but basically she was just like, when you're the same person online as you are offline, it's all the same. Like, I'm not putting on a mask when I pop on the camera. This is all who I am in general. So why would it be any different in person? And I think that it also speaks to how people handle confrontation differently in general. Like, some people are more willing to get over it. And even like, you ever have an argument with your partner, and like, or maybe somebody, not your partner, because at that point I would assume that they know you a little bit better. But say if this is someone that you just started talking to and y'all have an argument, you don't know how they're going to handle the argument, is in the same way they don't know how you're going to handle the argument. Maybe you're the type to want to shut down and not speak. Maybe after an argument you're the type that want to like get right back into it, like, no, let's fix this now. Maybe you're the type that needs space and you need silence. Like, people handle confrontation differently. So I think in this instance, as far as the TikTok situation is concerned, they probably were willing to handle it a little bit differently. Okay, I see you in person, I have to engage with you, let's just squash it. As opposed to the other person that's just like, well, no. Like, absolutely not. I don't care about none of that. Like, we still got beef, internet or not, you know what I mean? But I do think that it's all the same at the end of the day. Like, it's, if you want to act like you don't like me, or if you want to argue with me and online, I would expect you to feel that same way about me when you see me. Not to be like, okay, hey girl, like, yeah, we was arguing. We were going back and forth on the internet for a couple days, and maybe we said some things about each other, but it's just the internet, right? Like, no. That's not how things work. So, how people on the internet treat Brenay is actually kind of interesting to me. It's almost like a social experiment. And I think I talked about this with y'all before, if you know the Brenay situation. But basically, she's a woman, she's a twin, but she's like an influencer. She's an influencer, I guess, where she was married, she had a husband, she apparently cheated on her husband or whatever. She left this man for another man who, they were all basically in a close circle for the most part. They were like fake cousins. There was at one point where they were like claiming to be cousins. They were all like in like a fake little circle. Two married couples. Basically, Brenay took the other married guy, and they cheated. You know, it's just like this whole little like affair type of thing. Maybe, possibly. I think they're saying that she said it wasn't an affair, like she didn't cheat on him, but basically she left one man for another man while she was married, and she just got like remarried. So now she's getting sued by the wife, because in the state that she lives in, it's illegal to basically like interject yourself into someone else's marriage. So there's like a whole case going on, and you know, it's messy, right? But I think that how people treat her is interesting to me. I think it is a form of bullying, just a little bit. Like, if you want to say she's a trash person, sure. I don't disagree with that. I think that the marriage thing, and I guess I don't know the timeline, but it just all seems like a messy situation. It doesn't seem worth it at all. And if you ask me, I haven't found a man on this earth worth the nonsense some of these women be putting themselves through. I'm so sorry. Because the nonsense be nonsensening. You know what I mean? A bunch of hooliganism. Now, this particular situation, she's going through the court cases, and people are... It's not funny. People are regularly showing up to her court cases, and they're keeping tabs on her, like, really hard, really heavily, really, like, purposefully. People are really kind of going out of their way. They're showing up to her court, like I said, showing up to her court cases, and they're kind of like bullying her a little bit, just a little bit. I think we have to admit it. Some people are kind of giving bully energy, and it's just interesting to me because I feel like people wouldn't treat someone else this way. Not to get like too wokey woke, but let's be honest, like, I feel like this is a black woman. She's heavy set, you know. I think that if she looked differently, people would not act like this. I really feel that way, because there's so many women out here who do this every day. So many women snatchers, so many man snatchers, so many women that are comfortable with stepping out on their own marriages, whatever the case may be. Not saying it's okay, but I think that they are going to the extent that they're going to because of some other factors outside of it just being the fact that she cheated. Like, I think people are getting a high off of humiliating her. If you want to say she's a trash person, cool. People, I don't want to say, I was about to say people cheat every day. But it's not funny, but like, it almost seems like people are going overboard just a little bit. And it starts to make, like, people are making jokes out of it, and it's kind of funny to people, and everyone's just like, geek, 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 geek. Let's show up, let's record her family, let's look up her case every single day, let's like make videos about this, let's make pages dedicated to her demise and her misery. Like, people are getting a rise out of that, let's be honest. And it gets to a point where it's just kind of like, okay, what's the end goal here? I think that people, I don't know. I think my brain always goes back to the fact that people are miserable in general. Like, not to say that everyone who is participating in the talk around Brenay is miserable, but just to say that the extent that some people are going has to do with something else. I really think that there's an underlying issue here. I really think there's an underlying issue. Because literally, now that I've been watching the videos and stuff, it's being pushed on my For You page more than it typically is. But goodness gracious, it's like every video is someone like harassing her in a different way. And it's just kind of like, all right, guys, when are y'all gonna call it quits? You know what I mean? At what point do you stop? When she like commits suicide? Like, at what point do you stop? Like, I don't know. It's weird. And then, God forbid, something like that were to happen. But like, if she decides to take her own life, like, say if she's so stressed out about everything, then people will come to the forefront like, you should have stopped. This is what happens when you bully people on the internet. Like, then it's gonna be all the talk, the think pieces afterwards, right? But it's just like, it just feels miserable to me sometimes. Hey guys, hold on. How I say hey to y'all and then say hold on. Home from work. I have something to say. First of all, let's also do a bit of skincare, because I haven't used my microfoliant, my Dermalogica. Turn it this way. I haven't used my Dermalogica in a little. If it would stop trying to focus on me, hello. Yeah, Dermalogica microfoliant. If you need an exfoliant, you know what I mean? I just do my regular face wash, and then I go in with the exfoliant afterwards to get that dead skin, that extra scrub that my skin sometimes needs. I don't use it daily. It is a daily microfoliant, but I don't use it daily. Anyway, Today I was leaving out of my house. Let me also multitask. I have my multitasking, woo, yeah, like I be having to do one thing at a time. But I'm just gonna rub the gel out of my edges right now because I'm just gonna do them again in the morning. So it's just like, girl, just take, I don't need that gel sitting in my hair. But I was walking out of my apartment today and I got stopped by the people that live above me, the woman that lives above me. I told you guys I was having some weird neighbor stuff going on. They were like banging and like stomping. I don't think I ever attached the video here, but I did send it to my leasing office because I was getting like really irritated one day because they woke me up out of my sleep, banging, yelling, like just really off-putting. And I told you guys about this before, whereas I felt like there was like a knock on my door or like a tap on my door before, and just like little stuff that was really, like I said, off-putting to me. And there was a time where I looked out my door and I saw them leaving the building. So I'm like, in my head, the knock on the door or the tap, whatever that was them. Like, I'm just like, yo, it's something going on. And I even explained to you guys that it's just so weird to watch your partner do this to someone else and not intervene. Like, I just always feel like that was weird. You're literally just watching him stomp around and like torment me almost, and you're like, you're not doing anything about it. Or like you don't have a relationship with your partner that would allow you to say, hey, stop. like can you cut it out? Like, I wish my man would. Not to say I'm like boss, like not to say I boss him around and he listens to everything I say. Well, he kind of does, but regardless, he would respect me enough to be like, okay, my girl said, let me stop. My girl said, cut it out, even though he wouldn't be doing it in the first place. But regardless, I was explaining this to y'all before. So as I'm leaving out of my apartment, I see the woman, and she's in front of me, and she kind of stops, and I'm like behind her because we're about to both like exit out of the building, and she just kind of turns around, and she's like, oh, like I never got to like say anything to you before, but my husband is schizophrenic, and you know, he sometimes hears voices, and he sometimes doesn't take his medication, and he thought that you guys were like banging on the, like banging at the door, banging on the ceiling, or like whatever. Mind you, half the time, like, there's a couple different places that my mind goes. I'm sorry if the water's annoying. There's a couple different places that my mind goes, or that my mind was going in that moment, and also afterwards. And I'm also the type where I always think of different things to say after it's over. And I hate that because I'm just like, ugh. Like, I should have said this and I should have said that. Like, my edges are basically a bang. Not the bang. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wait, I'm sorry. Anyway, superfood cleanser. So basically she ends up saying, like, if ever like he's banging or like he's just loud, you can always like come up and knock, and the other neighbors are like know about it. Oh, let me stop, hold on. Now I'm gonna do the microfoliant. It comes out as like a little powder. You just rub it together, dink, and exfoliate. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And what I feel right now are basically a bunch of little balls, I guess. And the same way, if you remember St. Ives, if anybody ever used St. Ives, I wonder if they still sell, do they still sell St. Ives? But it's like that, but the beads are much tinier, like literally micro beads that just are getting up all that dead skin. Now, my very first thought was that I felt bad for her. Like that, I remember that being like my very first pretty much my first reaction. I was just like, yikes, you know what I mean? Because you're dealing with someone who's schizophrenic, and you know, you can't, I'm wiping my counter, but like, you obviously cannot force someone to take their medications. You know, I was kind of sympathizing with her or empathizing with her in that moment, because I'm just like, that sucks, you know what I mean? But immediately after, I thought, you know what I mean? I appreciated her being transparent in that moment, because it was a pleasant interaction. It wasn't like she wasn't getting smart. Like, you can tell she was more timid, and she has never spoken to me when I've seen them together. I'm just using the Astora. Love Astora, like moisturizing for sure. Anyway, I felt bad for her initially, and you know, it was very pleasant. She was being very nice and very like respectful, and she just was kind of like, it seems as if she was kind of, like I said, like timid and just kind of like, let me just pull you aside for a second. Like, it kind of felt like that. But I've had trouble trying to figure out how I want to like word this and get my point across, I guess. But I understand mental health. First of all, I think I told y'all before, I knew it was something mental healthy. I feel like I've said that before. I feel like it's something mental healthy, because it just doesn't make sense for someone in their right mind is not, or I don't want to say right mind, that sounds kind of bad. Someone who is functioning at their positive baseline, like I don't know like the political way to say it, but someone who is functioning, you know, in a balanced way is not going to be like stomping in the way. Like, I have a video of it's like stomp, 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 stomp. Like, you could tell there's a stomping going on like through the apartment, and that's what I have recorded. So like, that feels very intentional. Like, I already knew that was, you have to be stomping on purpose. There's nothing in the world that you could be doing. And I will be hearing these random like thuds when I'm not making a sound. Like, I won't be doing anything in my apartment. And now she was saying, oh, like he thought he was hearing like you were banging. I banged one time out of the entire, and that was after I was fed up. Like, that was like, okay, I'm giving it passes, I'm silent, I'm just like, I would just be like tuning it out. I would go to sleep, and I would like, you know, I would go to work and I'd be like, cool, like I don't have to deal with whatever they got going on up there. So for the most part, I'm ignoring the banging consistently before I decided to bang on the wall, like, shut up, like it's driving me insane. And that was very late in the night when I did that. So I understand mental health, like an illness like that. I can't imagine. I've dealt with clients who are like bipolar, schizophrenic, like that, in that same ballpark. So I can understand, because it can be very what's the word I'm looking for? It can be very unpredictable. That's the word I'm looking for. It can be very unpredictable, especially if you're not taking your medications or whatever. I used to have a client, she would, okay, I'm probably not gonna, anyway, I can't really explain her situation, but whatever. When you refuse your medications, it does show back up. So like, I understand that, but what am I supposed to do with that? Like, do I feel comfortable? It's 2 in the morning right now, or not right now, but say if it's 2 in the morning and he's thumping, am I going to go up to your apartment and knock on your door? No. Like, no. You know he's thumping. You right there with him. So it's just like, and I think she might be like scared of him a little bit. Like, that's the vibe that it gives me. And again, there was a part of me that really feels bad for her. Again, look at me not multitasking. You just call out my name wherever I am. Yeah, so a part of me just feels like she might be scared of him, afraid of him. That's kind of the vibe that I get. Again, unpredictable. You know, if he decides that he don't want to take it today, she's gonna have to deal with possibly being assaulted. Like, you know, like that's kind of what the vibe of them kind of give me. But again, what am I supposed to do? Like, I think in the initial interaction, she expected me to just like, I'm guessing after I sent the email to my leasing office, they reached out to them. But I'm guessing she's expecting me to like not I gotta just get over it. Like, I can't have peace in my apartment now. Like, again, and it's difficult because mental health, it's so much to say about mental health. So it's just like, you know, it sucks. But at the same time, I don't know what else I am to do when majority of the time I'm already ignoring it. Like, I'm literally already tuning it out some way. I've only banged when I got into my wit's end. And throughout this whole time of dealing with them, I've only banged back twice. The most recent time was the time when I sent the email to the leasing office because I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore. There was literally a point where I just put my headphones on and I just blasted whatever was in my ears because I'm just like, I can't hear the thumping that is happening purposefully. So it just almost seems as if it was kind of like a plead for like, okay, like, don't complain, I'm sorry, but like, or only complain between you and I, and don't take it to the leasing office. That's kind of like the vibe that it was giving me. Even she didn't mention the leasing office at all, but given that this is the first time she's ever said anything to me about this thumping and whatever, that was just the vibe that I get. Now, I can't guarantee that I will never have a complaint again. Like, I don't want to be uncomfortable in my space. I don't want to be dealing with the random taps because he decided to be off his med today, or he's deciding to do whatever he wants. You know, he decides that he don't want to take nothing, so now I'm dealing with him dropping stuff on the ground, waking me up out of my sleep in the middle of the night. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it, you know what I mean? I've had so much grace and so much patience. Like, for the most part, I really just, when this first was happening, I didn't even say nothing to the leasing office right away. I did call 911 before because he was hitting on her. I know he was up there hitting on that lady, and it was just kind of like, oh, this is real domestic violence-y. I don't like that. Like, oh my gosh, that's scaring me a little bit. Like, you know, that's kind of the vibe I was getting. Yelling, screaming, crying, like, all of that. I've even said to y'all before, like, at what point do I call the cops? I think it was a part of one of my little blooper segments, but I was like, at what point do I call the cops? Because, like, for real, at what point do I stop ignoring the fact that she's yelling, crying, kicking, screaming, thumping, and he's yelling and cursing and slamming doors? And, like, at what point do I actually be like, listen, this is kind of weird? So I don't know. Again, hopefully he stays on his medications, you know what I mean? Like, and that, I'm sure that took a lot for her to be transparent and open about. And I do appreciate her. Like, and again, this is something I thought about after the fact, but I do appreciate her. Like, you know, again, it honestly took a level of vulnerability that you have to kind of like get to with a stranger. But I don't know how much you expect me to just be like, oh, okay, it's fine. Oh, he just wake me up out of my sleep. Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't mind it at all. I got company. Oh, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that at all, you know, like, yeah. Like, how much of that do I have to deal with? What am I looking for? I was thinking about double moisturizing, but honestly, this Sephora night cream, firming night cream, it's really thick, honestly. Like, it's really thick, you know. I find it's fine for a nightcap. But I thought that was interesting. I was just like, okay, thank you. But I'll keep that in mind. I'll be more like, give him a little bit more grace, but you're not about to make me uncomfortable in my home. No. Also, two other things. Number one, I forgot that when I was getting my braids done, she burned me. I forgot about that. Hold on, let me see if y'all can see it. Because my thing was, first of all, I think I told y'all before, I do not care for braiders straightening your edges. Like, I just feel like, and honestly, as she was braiding my hair, I thought to myself, because, you know, obviously we were talking about edges, I thought to myself that I would let her know I don't need them to be straightened. But the hot tools were in front of me. There was like a shelf that I was sitting in front of, and there was like a straightening iron and like a hot comb and like stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking she would get the I'm thinking like maybe she would get it off the shelf, but I'm thinking I would have time to let her know that I don't want them to be straightened before she actually straightened them. whole time she had the straightener plugged up in the back already. Like, I didn't notice that. Obviously, I didn't notice. I didn't turn around like this to see her, you know what I mean? So before you know it, she just was pulling my edges and it was just something hot, and it just was like, all right, fine, I'll just let her do it, because I waited too late. Again, if I had saw her grab the straightener from in front of me like I thought I was going to, I would have said, oh, like, no, it's fine, you can just gel it if anything, or shoot, if you don't want to gel it, I'll go home and do it, I don't even care, you know what I mean? But because I always end up wetting them. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense anyway, because what happens is they straighten it just to gel it anyway, so it's like you're just putting product back on to straighten it. Like, it makes no sense to me. I mean, it does make sense though, because some girls, I know that all gels don't work well with all like hair types, so I do get that. Like, I've been asked a question before, like, what edge control do I use and stuff like that, and I understand that all the edge controls don't work for all of our hair, right? So my thought is that she you know, typically if you straighten it, obviously it's easier for it to lay down, but for my hair, I just need to, like, I don't want to straighten it. Like, I just got home and I'm gonna wash my face and wet it up anyway, you know. But she did burn my ear, and I forgot about that, and I didn't even notice it was a burn, an actual burn, until like 2 days ago. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I actually have a burn in my ear, which like I said, I didn't even notice. And I'm always like, every time I'm getting my hair done and I'm thinking that like someone's burning me, like, first of all, that's my biggest pet peeve in the world. I will not go to I hate going to new hairstylists, because I'll be like, yo, is she gonna burn me? Like, if I have to get my hair curled, I'm like, I'm scared this lady might burn me. Like, the lady that I go to never burns me, so it's like, and I've just gotten used to her completely. Like, I would be in the chair like wincing, like, please don't burn me. So sometimes when that happens, the girls will respond like, oh, it's just the steam, it's just the steam. So in my head, I'm like, maybe that wasn't her burn, like, maybe it was just the steam, or maybe she didn't actually burn my actual skin. So until 2 days ago, I was like, oh, she actually did burn my skin. Anyway, what I actually came over here to say, the D Party won New Jersey. Thank you. You know what I mean? If you live in New Jersey and you voted the D Party, Mikey Sherrill to be specific, thank you. Because I was really hoping New Jersey was not going to be a red state. I was really hoping, because, like, goodness gracious. But what I was saying earlier is that I think the D Party is just we be tiptoeing. We're more discreet about our votes. So all that loud rah-rah flags and we're going to vote for Republican, like, all that is just like, go ahead. Lose again next time. Thank you. You know? Okay. I have a dentist appointment. I feel like a teacher. Like, I wasn't gonna wear a sweater over top at first. I have like this, it's like a draped sweater, it's like a bat wing situation. I think that's how I would describe it. But since I had this sweater over it, I'm like, maybe I'll make it into like a cow neck by pulling it forward like this and make it like draped. But literally just a dentist appointment. That's really it. I have on my annoying flats that hurt the back of my feet. But again, I think I told y'all this before. Well, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. The key to these flats is to only wear them in doses. I just can't wear them for hours like I did when I went to CultureCon. Like, that was just not... And I knew it wasn't a good idea when I did that, but that's beside the point. But let me see, because I gotta pick a fragrance. I wish I had my little tripod on me right now. But wait, let me see. I'm gonna just put y'all right there. What I was gonna say is I had gotten, no, that's not the right one. I got the Charlotte Tilbury Discovery Pack, and I didn't realize Charlotte Tilbury made fragrances. Why ain't nobody tell me nothing? You know what I mean? So I've been using them sporadically just to kind of like see which ones I like the most. Now, I'm trying to think. It was like the very first one I feel like I liked. Oh, this way. So right now my favorite is probably, it's called More Sex. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. And then as I go down the line, they get okay. Some of them, like, let me see, what's this one? I'm about to pull a random one. I'm gonna pull this one. This one is called, come on out now. This one's called Magic Energy. Let me see. See, that's not really my vibe. Magic Energy is like okay. It kind of almost gives me like a unisex vibe. Like I feel like it could be a little bit masculine. I'm not gonna do that one. Pick a different one. Let me see. This one is called Cosmic Power. That reminds me of something. That reminds me of something. Not my favorite though. I feel like I liked the first two of them. So let me go back to the first two. This one is called Love Frequency. I like that one. That reminds me of something. It kind of reminds me of Future Society. Hold on, I gotta check the notes on these too, because I have a Future Society. This is called Floating Forest. Maybe like one note is similar or something. I can't really pinpoint it right now. But I would look them up. In my vision book, I started a page where I wrote out the notes of fragrances, because I'm like, it was just a random thought one day. I was just like, I wonder if how do I identify the signature that I like? Like I took all my favorite fragrances and I just wrote out the notes to see if there were any differences. But I think that what I've gotten from my list so far is that I'm versatile. Like nothing seems to be like super similar. Like, you know how some girls are like very much floral girls, like strictly, or they'll be strictly vanilla girls. I'm not strictly anything. Like my favorite fragrance right now, I told y'all this already, don't steal my fragrance, you know what I mean? Like don't even no, but Henry Rose Dave, nobody commented on my last video. Let me know if you guys smelled it or if you guys know what this fragrance is. If you are a vanilla girl, just trust me. You just have to trust me. I can't wear this right now, or can I? You know what, I'm sorry, Charlotte Tilbury. It's like caramelly. It's so good. Like if you like a vanilla, you are going to enjoy that. And that made me want to see what else the brand had to offer. You know what I'm saying? Like what other fragrances y'all got? Because that's too good and layered. It's just beautiful and it's intense, but it's like sexy. And oh my gosh, I love that fragrance. But that is definitely going on my big bottle list. That's one I need a big bottle of, because goodness gracious, that one's good. I also got another one. I was just buying like random little samplers, but this one is called By Rosie Jane and it's called Dulce or Dulce. And this one has a vanilla vibe too. Yeah. They about to be in that doctor's office like, girl, oops, sorry. Sorry everybody. I know I smell good. But let's get on the road. I do have to stop at the store. I just want to go and I have to get some pads. and like I think I have a couple other things on my list, like toothpaste. I need some more floss picks. I do like to use a regular string floss, which I will get more of when I go to my dentist appointment. But I also like to use the picks because of how like one of my wisdom teeth in the back is impacted. I kind of have to like, oh, this might be a little TMI, I don't know, I'm sorry. I kind of have to dig under my gum a little bit to make sure there's no food in it. So like I'll take the sharp end of the pick and I'll like make sure there's no plaque under my gum, basically, because of how my wisdom tooth is impacted. My dentist is going to remind me again to get it pulled. He's like, yo, the way your tooth is impacted, like basically if you get an infection, it'll be bad basically when you go to try to get it pulled because of da. If you have your wisdom teeth pulled, let me know. I just tend to feel like I don't know if it's worth it. Like my wisdom teeth don't bother me all the time. Like it'll be maybe like once a year where like I'll feel like a uncomfortability, and it just happened like just maybe like a week ago, literally. So I was like, it's so funny. I have a dentist appointment coming up and my teeth are feeling funny. But okay, let me get going. I'm gonna take an extra battery for y'all just in case. By the way, I like cameras that have batteries, like manual batteries, better than I like the ones you gotta plug into the wall. Like when they be like, oh, I gotta charge my camera, it's just like, I hate all of that. Like just give me another battery and I can just put it in, that's it, you know what I mean? Like then I just carry a bunch of batteries. It's like my camera never dies as long as I have a battery. Let me close my closets because I haven't been having many bees. Like the bee issues kind of, you know, subsided. The maintenance did come back not too long ago. I'm trying to think, should I keep my hair in like the little bun? Or should I take it out? I've been taking it out because I just feel, I don't know, maybe. Let me see. again, I kind of feel like a teacher or something. Like I feel like that's so funny. Like a modest outfit just gives teacher, you know, like, you know, this is very I don't know. Anyway, but I guess maybe I'll just keep it in the little bun situation. Well, I don't know though. I may have to take it out because of the dentist chair. Okay, anyway. Okay. There are two people arguing at McDonald's. So I wonder, was that them right there? Somebody just sped off. Oh yeah, I think that's him right here. Just walking up. Oh. Quick Walmart haul. Oh, sorry, I'm being so nosy. So nosy. I did have a list that I was really trying to abide by, like try my best. I did get Do y'all hear that beeping? Do y'all hear that beeping? Okay, I'm sorry. Focus, Morgan. I did buy some pads. Now, I told you guys before, I was using a brand called Nature Care, and they're an organic brand, and you can get them at like Amazon, Whole Foods. But I find with organic pads, you can never get like the bigger ones. And I understand that probably has something to do with the cotton and like maybe how they're able to make the pad, but they only get but so big when it comes to organic pads. So I do typically, like on a regular basis throughout the day, I'm going to be wearing my regular organic ones, but at night, like I want something else. Like I want something that, oh, and also, you know, the other part of it too, I didn't even put no hand sanitizer on. Goodness gracious. The other part of it too is that there only comes 10 in a box of the Nature Care. I do like the brand a lot. And I feel the most comfortable when I have them on because they're still pretty thin, but only 10 of them comes in a box and they're like $10. So for the most part, I would rather waste these than to keep like using all my organics. So these are kind of like a backup pad almost. Like I'm just gonna, like when I'm going to sleep, when I'm around the house, when I leave the house and I want to be more comfortable and I want to be more conscious about my situation, I will wear the Nature Care for the most part. So I kind of like structure it that way, and these are again just kind of backup. As a matter of fact, I think I keep of course I keep tampons and pads and stuff in my car. I feel like, yeah, like this one doesn't have, I don't have a big one in here, so I like to keep a variety. So I'm gonna put a big one in here, so I at least have this if ever I just need it or someone else needs it, whatever. I actually need to refill the tampons here. Oh yeah, what in the world? Oh yeah, let me do that now, because I got these little behind regular tampons. I do not wear regular tampons. I do not wear them things. Anyway, I also got some L brand tampons. These are organic tampons. So I do like to use these. No fragrances, no synthetic pesticides, you know, whatever. So I like to use these for tampons, or I will use Cora. That's what it's called, Cora. I also have Cora. So I try to keep it organic if I'm using a tampon. I try to lay off on the tampons. Like for the most part, these last couple of years, I've really been like pulling back from tampons. But when I do wear them, I try to keep them at least organic. And this is super. So I need to put some in here because like, just in case, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and I have to remember too, tampons and pads apparently expire. Like, what's the expiration date? Do it say something on here? Apparently they do expire, so like you also have to be mindful of that. Like you know, it doesn't say anything about, I don't see directly an expiration date on there, but boom, so that's replenished. And I'll of course put these in I always put them in my purses and stuff, so I'll end up doing that when I get home. And then I also got some floss because I ran out of floss. Like, I didn't run out of floss, you know what it is? I have one extra string floss, but I was expecting to get some from my dentist's office, but they said they ran out. They're waiting for their shipment for string floss, so they gave me floss picks, which I need the string. Like, floss picks are cool, but for the most part, I like to have a string floss. You just clean your teeth a little bit better with them, you know. So had to get another one of those. put all this back in here for now. That was all that was in there. Oh, okay. And I did also get some roses, just a little bouquet, because I'm supposed to be going to see Camille later, and it's been a lot going on with Camille. She's doing her conference this year, or this weekend. She's having a conference for her brand, and like, iconic, you know what I mean? Like, Camille's so iconic, but she's doing a conference this year, so I know her stress level is heightened. And also, I'm supposed to be going to her house today, and this will be my first time being in her new apartment. So like, I'm like, okay, I'll bring her some flowers. Like, I was just like, that's kind of standard. Instead of coming empty-handed. Also, like, the flowers will serve two reasons, basically. Not only for your conference, but also because this is my first time in your new apartment. So like, you know, hopefully she should have a vase. Yes, she should have a vase. Hopefully she has a vase. I also have some cotton pads. I also got some toothpaste. I like to use Sensodyne. This is also the brand that my dentist's office just gave me too. They said they had a Sensodyne, so they gave me the Sensodyne. So, toothpaste, cotton pads. I also bought some floss picks because, again, I like to use the pointy side. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. That scared me for a second. I like to, because you know how some floss picks don't have a pointy side. Some of them just has like a round side. So I had to make sure that these had a pointy side. But I like to get like in between the teeth that are like impacted, like I was telling y'all earlier. So cool. Also, my dentist said my teeth look great. Well, the dental hygienist did ask me if I drink coffee and tea and stuff. So, you know, obviously coffee, tea, and she said red wine stains your teeth, which we pretty much all knew, but sometimes it's like a reminder when I go to the dentist, like, okay, chill on the coffee, like, you know what I mean? Like, coffee does stain your teeth, so like, keep that in mind too. I got 1 pack of painted liners, probably should have gotten 2, but they tend to last pretty long. Oh, look at the police. Yeah, I knew somebody probably called. And then I got some tissue. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that was on my list for Walmart. I really need to go grocery shopping so bad. Like, I'm so hungry, but it's like I don't want to buy food. Like, you know, I just feel like I need to go grocery shopping at some point. So I'm probably gonna do that one of these days. And I'm going to head home. You know, I'm off today, so thank God. Like I said, I'm gonna go see Camille a little bit later, but let's head home. Probably, what time is it? It's only, oh my gosh, it's not even 11 o'clock yet. Yeah, now the police are circling because they're probably looking for whatever the commotion was. Oh yep, the police over there. Oh yep, the guy, oh my gosh, my camera about to die. But the guy that I saw, that I literally thought I heard her say, oh, you stole my property or something like that. It seemed as if maybe it was domestic and like they were like arguing or whatever. But he walked this way. When I first started the camera and I was looking, he walked this way. I just saw him walking back in the other direction. So it seems as if the cops were called. But let me mind my business, child. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to think that the queen bee is in my apartment. That's the only thing that'll make sense. It's the only thing that'll make sense. I've been home for some time now. I ended up just making oh, my camera's about to die. Hold on. I ended up making cold brew from instant coffee. I literally just looked up a TikTok. I figured it's cake. Like, it's literally nothing. You literally just add the cold brew. Well, apparently. Don't quote me. This looks kind of dark. This looks very dark. But again, I keep saying to y'all, what's that brand called? Folgers is so, Folgers is very strong. So, I don't even need about half it. I don't even need this whole thing. This looks very dark. But I'm actually not going to have coffee today. I don't know. Maybe it was a dentist appointment. I'm just going to put it in this little cup. Maybe it was a dentist appointment because it was just kind of like, oh, I have to be mindful of how much coffee I'm drinking. For many reasons, but one of them is like it does stain your teeth. Look how dark this is. You mean to tell me it's not staining my teeth? Oh. Like, you know? So I do want to be a little bit more mindful. What I did do though is I forgot I had this little cup. Like, I had got this little cup from an event that I went to. And is it wet inside? Oh, it was a little damp in there. It did have a little drop. Uh-oh. Put that in there. I'm glad I just pulled that out. But I like using that cup because it's smaller, so I don't feel like I'm just like I got the big like milliliter cup. Like I don't need all of that coffee at one time. So I feel like in my mind that's how I rationalize it a little bit. I'm like, okay, just stick to 16 ounces and less. Like 16 ounces and less. I don't need bigger cups. Like this is about as much coffee that I need at any given time. I do not need the big one. Like that's just like, girl, please relax. And honestly, they say you're supposed, I saw this somewhere before. They were saying how you're supposed to finish your coffee within a certain amount of time, because when you're sipping on it all day, that's what leads to like more teeth staining, because you're literally just, instead of consuming it in one moment, you're literally just stretching the cup of coffee out all day, and then it's like more likely for your teeth to be stained. So I did read that before. I also read before that you're supposed to finish your coffee before 2 p.m. because the caffeine, you want to allow your body to like get rid of the caffeine and like not be like off of whatever. So I don't know, it's interesting. I mean, who abides by rules now, you know what I mean? But that's what they said, you know. I'm just going, wow, I can't, oh, that's not a good idea. Oh shoot. Oh well, I just thought about something. I told Camille, because we were going to cook later, but since she's preparing for her summit, I was going to help her organize and stuff. So that's kind of what it'll be. She did propose the cooking idea, but I'm like, if you need to prepare. She said there's going to be someone else, one of her other friends is going to be there helping her prepare for the summit. So I'm like, we don't have to cook. Like, it's fine. I'll help you if anything. Maybe we can order a pizza. And the reason I said I shouldn't have done that is because I'm about to put a pizza in the oven. I kind of forgot. I literally just told her we can get a pizza later. But I guess pizza twice in a day, like, this all I got right now. Well, I do have something else I could put in the oven, but I kind of want that pizza. And I didn't have breakfast at all, so I was going to make something for breakfast. But then I'm like, it's literally going on 1 o'clock. So it's like, I kind of don't want breakfast. Like, you know, I'm kind of in that little leeway part. Okay, so yeah, we're going to just get a pizza for later. So that should be cool. A little reunion. I'm about to say reunitation. Girl. A little reunion with Camille later. Like, I'm constantly on B-Watch. Goodness gracious. But I'm about to eat this food in a little bit. And I will check back in. Okay. Listen, don't be mad at me. You know what I mean? Last night, I did end up going to Camille's house. I didn't record anything because it ended up just, we literally, I think I did tell you guys, we ended up ordering a pizza. And then I just helped her clean because Camille had moved into a new unit or into a new apartment. So it's just like, she's been traveling so much, so my girl is stressed. So I'm like, okay, I can come over and help you organize, help you clean. So I kind of like cleaned her kitchen. I like organized some of her drawers. She had another friend there helping her set up or helping her like do inventory for the conference that Camilla's doing this weekend. So it ended up just being us cleaning. Like there was nothing. I could have done like a little like say hi to Camille, like, you know, I could have done that because that would have been just like whatever. But we were just kind of like, we were chilling, catching up for a little bit. I met one of her friends, talking about the event that she's having, kind of like doing a little bit of a catch up. But again, most of it was kind of focused on just trying to get her apartment at least a little bit in order. And I told her, I was like, I was happy to do that. Like I was able to help her. I was happy that I was able to assist her in a way. You know what I was telling y'all about before? Love locutions. If you guys remember that vlog, it's literally, I think it's in the title. But when I was talking about the different types of like neurodivergent love languages, and I thought literally just, I didn't think about this before. I thought about this as I'm talking to y'all now, but one of the love locutions was like acts of, it kind of had to do with like an acts of service thing, but it was more about like just checking, showing up for your friend when they are not able to show up for themselves, or like reminding them. It could be something as simple as just reminding them of something that they may forget, or just again becoming, I think it's called body doubling. Is it called? Or no, was that the body doubling one? I can't remember the actual official name for it, but it was basically just like just showing up for your friend. It kind of had to do with that. And I was like, again, I had a good time helping her because I was just like, I know that she needs the help. So we ended up just cleaning. Again, didn't record a thing. Okay, so I got home, I want to say I got home at like 10:30. By the way, the coffee is good. I used the cold brew I showed y'all I made. off the instant coffee. Like I literally just had it in the jar, had it in like the pink cup I showed you guys. So today I had a little bit of cold brew left, like not enough to make a full cup of anything. I added some of the, when I say cold brew, I mean like store cold brew. Like I use Stoke, I use that brand. So I had a little bit left of that. I added a little bit to the cup just to like give it a little bit more something. I was scared the cold brew that I made would be too strong. I was like, is it gonna be too strong? Like, am I gonna be like about to be like, hey? So I used some of that. I also used a honey base. So what I'll do for the sweetener, I just use a little bit of honey. I'll warm up some water, and then it'll be like this much in the bottom of the cup. That's like a water honey solution, because again, that's just like my sweetener. I don't have any more of like caramel sweetener. Like I don't have any more of the liquid sweetener. So I use that, and then I put some creamer in it, just like I would make a regular iced coffee, and it's actually really good. Like I feel like this might be, I'm so happy I just decided to do that, because I'm like, duh, I can make cold brew. Like there's no way, because I don't have any more, like I said, I have like this much cold brew. So I'm like, I have to be able to make cold brew with the coffee ingredients that I currently have, which is just the instant coffee. So I'm happy I was able to do that. So that'll be like a regular thing. I won't have to really buy the Stoke anymore. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Once you start eliminating stuff, it's like, girl, that instant coffee is going to stretch, because you really don't need a whole lot. Like I was scared it was going to be too strong with the instant coffee I had in general. So I don't have to use but so much of that, and I get a full cup of cold brew. It's just like, girl, I might as well keep doing this. Like it makes no sense to not do it, like, you know. But happy, what's today? Thursday. I do have to work in a little bit, but I wanted to show you. I had this thought, because I was just like, oh, there was a, hold on, let me put this down. Somebody left a comment on one of my vision book videos on TikTok, and she was asking for different suggestions for like page ideas. Now, what was interesting about that moment was that she had favorited all of my other idea like videos. So I'm like, in my head, like, I don't know if she would know I saw it, but I'm like, I have so many other videos that you've already favorited that I explain all the different all the different page ideas. But I thought about giving more page ideas, basically. Even though I know she saw my other videos, I was like, you know what other page ideas do I have? But the thing about the vision book though is like, and when I say vision book, y'all know I do this little vision book, but the thing about it, it's just all based on you. Like that's the power of the vision book. Like it's just whatever it is that you feel like you want to work on for the year, whatever, you know what I mean? So my pages, I can give you the idea, but like, is it going to hit hard for you? Because is this what you're doing? Is this what you're looking for also? Is this what you're thinking about also? It's just all dependent on you, you know? So whatever. I think that's kind of just like the space that we're in the world right now. Like everyone wants to be spoon-fed everything. You know what I mean? You know, we're not all equally using our brains in the same way. And I have like a love-hate relationship with it, because yes, I enjoy helping people and giving people ideas. Like there's no crime against giving people concepts and ideas and helping people with things. But some things you really should think of on your own. Like some things I don't think should be spoon-fed. Like some concepts should come from your brain. And I get that can be hard, because everyone, like, being creative is still a skill. Like, please don't get it twisted. Like, being creative is still like a skill. There are still skills that cannot be taught. I was literally talking to Camille about this yesterday, because we were talking about my birthday and she was talking about my next year's birthday, because I don't have anything planned for my birthday this year, basically. So she was like, you need to plan something. And I'm like, and Camille has a skill where she's able to, and I was telling her this yesterday, she's able to think ahead so beautifully. Like she will tell you exactly all of what she's doing next year. Like I'm pretty sure she has it mapped out, and everyone cannot do that. Like that to me is still creative, and it's still a skill, because you have to be confident in yourself. You have to be confident in your year and your ability. You have to be able to set goals. Everyone cannot set goals that far out. And I was telling her it's kind of hard for me to visualize next December. Like I don't know what it is that I'm gonna want to do. Again, it has to do with confidence and all that other types of stuff, because you have to just like put it in your head that this is what I'm going to be doing next year. I don't care what's going on in my life. I don't care what my money look like. This is where I'm going. Like there has to be a level of confidence, but like that's still a skill to me. Like there are some things that cannot be taught, you know. Some people just have it in their brain already that this is what I'm going to do. This is what my life is going to look like. This is what So it's like creativity, being able to stretch yourself and being able to visualize is still a skill, you know what I mean? But like some things just, you got to think a little bit harder, you know what I mean? Like you got to try, you know. I don't know. I do think that some things cannot be taught, cannot be bought. Now the one page idea that I just recently added, I'm giving y'all my idea, right? I said all that just to give y'all my idea anyway. One of the pages that I added most recently is called definitions. And it's basically because it's so often I hear a word and I look it up, but I may not remember it forever. Like I may look it up for that moment, like, okay, cool, that's what that means. But I'm the type of person where when I write something down, I'm able to memorize it. It's able to stick a little bit better because I'm able to use all the different parts of my brain to remember it. Like I'm writing it down. My hand it's getting set in stone. I have something to come back to when it comes to memory, and just it helps me kind of like study it in a way. So I was like, you know what? Let me start a page where I'm writing down definitions of things in different categories. Now, I was just about to add another word, but I wanted to tell y'all the one word I have on this page. This is what it looked like. It just says definitions. And then under it, oh, I know it's not focused because it's bright in here, but under it says mental health based. I know it doesn't look focused to me, sorry y'all, but it says definitions, and under it's like mental health based, because I'm kind of gonna, the thing about this is that, okay, I'm gonna have to start this over in my next book obviously, but it's like, how much can I put? I have a month, well, over like 2 months left of the year, so it's like, girl, I'm just starting this page this year, but it's cool because I'm going to start the next one in my next book. But the one definition I have is trauma bonding, because I think that so many people use trauma bonding wrong. Excuse me. And I've looked up the definition of trauma bonding before, but I recently heard the term again like 2 more times in the last like 2 days. And both times people were using it wrong. And I know that because I have the definition. I was like, you know what, let me write the definition of it down. I think so many people think trauma bonding is when like you're like talking about something that happened to the both of you. Like say if you and meet a guy and you're like, he's pouring his heart out to you about his trauma, and you're pouring your heart out to him about his trauma. That's not trauma bonding. It's not trauma bonding. So many people use it like that, like, okay, we're bonding over our trauma, but there's an element to trauma bonding that people don't know, and it usually has to do with the abuser. Trauma bonding has to do with you and the person that caused you that trauma. So like, you wouldn't trauma bond with someone that doesn't cause you trauma. Like you wouldn't trauma bond with a stranger. You would be trauma bonding with like a parent, or you trauma bond with your relation with your partner. Like say if this is someone that has put you through a lot and they put you through turmoil, it's your relationship with someone who's caused you the trauma, the person that oppressed you. That's the trauma bonding. So again, I've made a definitions page, and I'm proud of the definitions page. I was about to add the word poignant. I was watching a video, she used the word poignant, and I was like, what that mean? So the reason I even pulled this book out and pulled the camera out is because I want to write that word in here. Now, I'm not going to write it under mental health base, because it'll kind of, maybe like I'll do like a descriptive words or something, a different area of the book. But that's what inspired me to do this one. So I thought about making a video about it. Again, I literally just talked to y'all about, like, I don't mind giving my ideas. I enjoy sharing my creativity and the different things that come to my brain. But how receptive are you going to be to the idea of this if this is not where you are? Like, you're not going to put the same amount of energy into something that's not your idea. Like, if you have say if like you don't really care about definition, say if you have, like, me giving you this suggestion isn't going to do anything for you because this is not where you are in life. Like, this is not what you're focused on. And maybe it could be an idea for your future, but me listing out all the page ideas that I have may not do anything for someone else, but whatever. Whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna write the definition of poignant in here, and then I will get ready for work. So tomorrow I have to work. I keep thinking it's Friday. I have to sign a contract also. Oh my gosh, I have a partnership coming up, guys. I'm so excited. I'm a little scared though, because they a little strict, like, you know. But anyway, let me go. Okay, bye. Hold on. I ordered, okay, first and foremost, I literally just finished saying to myself, I should have just started recording when I was thinking about it, but I saw this post to say this girl, who was it, Aaliyah's face? I can't remember. First of all, if you haven't noticed by now, I love Aaliyah's face. That's my girl. Like, she's influential to me. I like her vibe. Anyway, I think somebody, I don't remember who it was. Every time I want to talk, mind you, the heat hasn't come on since I've been sitting here. Now it wants to come on when I'm talking. But they said that they tie their robe in the front instead of wrapping it around the back. So it's not, basically, instead of taking the string and wrapping it around the back and then tie it in the front, they literally just tie it in the front. Like, you just loop it on the sides and then tie it to the front. And I think that they were talking about like how secure it feels that way. Regardless, I've been just tying it like that just to see if it makes a difference at all. And I guess not really. I mean, like, is it really a difference between if I tie it through the back versus just in the front? It doesn't stay on any more or any less. But regardless, I just ordered a, move y'all a little bit closer. I just ordered another tension rod. Actually, hold on, I'm sorry. I actually rather y'all be a little further so you can see a little bit more. But I ordered another tension rod. I told y'all before that I wanted to put like a little curtain right here. Like, you know, like right here. Like maybe like a little curtain situation. So I bought some curtains off of Amazon. They're just like a cream color. Like, I wanted to keep it pretty basic until I feel like changing it or making it like a color. Obviously, I thought about green because we love green over here. But I decided to just go with the cream. Anyway, I ordered a tension rod, but it was the wrong dimension. I had the wrong length, because it was like 20 to like 36 inches or something like that. I needed something a little bit longer, and it also wasn't sturdy enough. I don't know what that little behind tension rod would have been for, but I bought another one, and obviously I went up in length, but like this one still isn't sturdy enough. And it's like, obviously it's my fault because I'm trying to be cheap. Like, it's just like, I think this was probably like $10 on Amazon. I did also go to Walmart to see if I can find a sturdier tension rod, but they really only have like shower rods, like full shower rods, at least at the Walmart that I went to. So this one, obviously you can twist it and it extends a little bit more. And I'm just hoping that it holds the curtain. I mean, I did return the last tension rod that I got, but hopefully it holds the curtain, because again, it does feel like super lightweight. They do have sturdier ones, but they all seem to be like the shower rods, and I'm not looking for a shower rod. Obviously, I just need a length for this. Like, okay, I have my little stool here, and ciao. Okay. So I literally just want it to be, it's supposed to be the length that I need it to be, but like, it's more about the sturdiness. Am I gonna hate this? Let me see, hold on now. It should be able to hold a curtain. Goodness gracious. Now granted, the curtain I got, hold on. Oh, let me take it down. Alright, I'm getting hot. Thank you. Okay, so this is the curtain. Now, let me see. Am I gonna hate this? I really hope not now. I really, really hope not. Oh, they can make, hold on, I gotta do it individually. But I've been really trying to focus on, obviously I've been here for a couple years now. I've been here for a little while now, you know, and I think that I still haven't really done something that I really find comfortable and that I really love in this space. Like, I don't know, I'm not the biggest interior designer. Like, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing almost, but at the same time, it's like I can do little things that make me feel good. I also know what I like when I see it. So if I'm scrolling on Pinterest, or I have a collection on my TikTok also, but if I'm scrolling, I know what it is that I like when I see it. It's just a matter of being able to execute it in my own space and being proud of it, thinking that it looks right, or, you know, I struggle with that a bit. Also, there are just so many different styles of decor that, wait, what? Why is this one, I'm confused. Oh, this one's just as long? It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like this side is as long. Okay, whatever. Obviously, there are so many different styles of decor that you can get into. And honestly, I don't have a way of defining. I don't know. Like, if I look at it, it's like a modern, but it's, yeah, I would say it's modern, maybe like contemporary. Like, I don't know how to define the style that I like. I know it when I see it. Or, don't fall off the other side. Stop it. Stay. But like, I know what I like when I see it. I do have a collection saved on my TikTok of just what I think looks good, but it's just a matter of knowing how to execute it in my own space. It's just kind of hard, like. And then also, it's like, I'm also on a budget, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm also not trying to break bank trying to decorate my space. Obviously, furniture, things like that are expensive. I would love to be able to change my table. Like, I would love, some things I truly would love to do differently. This already feels kind of heavy. Wait, which way should it be? Oh, maybe I just need to cut the tags off. Yeah, I'm gonna need to just cut the tags off. My scissors happen to be right here. Wow, that's so rare. They're literally not in my scissor spot. They just happen to be on the counter. But like, it's hard sometimes. But I would love, I've been looking at tables, obviously, like Facebook Marketplace. I follow this girl on Thurs that posts different Facebook Marketplace finds, and it's really interesting. She'll just be posting stuff and with the location of where it is, and you really can find something really good and interesting on Facebook Marketplace, like things that you would love in your space that may seem that someone else is obviously trying to get rid of. That's good enough for now. But just doing little things as I can, you know. So I may love this, I may hate it, who knows? May love it, may hate it. Let me see. So extend this back out. Give it a twist. Is it this looks crooked to me. It's kind of looks good. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, hold up. And I feel like curtains, this is probably the easiest way. Hold on, wait, let me come down. Okay, so obviously they're open, and we could easily just kind of like adjust them that way. We'll back up some. I'm not mad at it. That's how it looks at the bottom. Obviously, people will do the little hooks that they put right here on the side of the, like on the sides. But I don't think I'm gonna put, I would have to obviously drill a hole in the wall in order to have like a little curtain catcher. That's what I'm gonna call it, a curtain catcher. And give it like that draped effect. Let me see. Okay, from the other side, like when you walk in my apartment, this is what it would look like. I'm not mad at it, actually. Like, excuse me, you know, hey, you know, that's how it would be. Obviously, just trying to find easy ways to feel like I'm elevating my space still, but not break the bank at the same time. Let me see. I feel like, like some stuff you have to look at from a distance to get the feel of. I love how long they are, I will say. I love how they kind of like, y'all can't see the floor, but I like how, well, I did show y'all, but I like how they just drape the floor. It feels a bit like a little separation So that's the thought behind that. Trying to just, again, still feel like I'm elevating my space, doing little things that make me happy. I feel like I'm at a place where home decor, like doing stuff like, oh, speaking of Aaliyah's face, I also got this from her. I won't even yai. Hold on. It's a mirror. She posted one from Anthropology, actually, and Anthropology is obviously expensive. So I looked up one on Amazon, and this is just, you know what it is too. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about to say. Whenever I'm doing my makeup and stuff in my living room, or say if I want to sit at my little ledge, I want to do content, or if I want to just be in this space at all, or even if I want to sit at the table and do my makeup, whatever the case may be, I have my circle mirrors. Now, obviously, these don't have a stand, so it's always been difficult for me to do my makeup out here because I have to like lean the circle up against something. So I'll use like a vase, or I'm using like whatever I have in sight just to be able to have the mirror stand so that I can feel stable. You know, these are just the mirrors that I have, whatever. I always needed a desktop mirror of some sort, so it honestly came at the perfect time. Like, I saw her video, and again, she showed a gold Anthropology one. Now that one was gorgeous. I did find that one online too, but obviously I wasn't buying that one. This one was like $30 on Amazon, and they have like a bronze, I think. They have like a more of a bronzy color. They have a reddish silver color. But again, it gives that like vintage antique vibe. I should have, hold on, why did I put it back? I wanted to show y'all what I was talking about. Like, this has been my struggle for however. I feel like I hear a bee. But such an easy way to add some extra character. Obviously, I've been on more of a silver kick. I will say this does give kind of like gunmetal. It's a little bit darker, like a darker silver. It has some black accents. But again, it gives like this vintage feel. I'm trying not to my camera. But again, it gives like this vintage feel, this vintage vibe. It is like double-sided. It swivels. It doesn't have a magnifying element to it. But I thought it was really cute. And again, it was such a cute idea, excuse me, from Aaliyah's face, because like I said, she had the Anthropology one. But really a cute touch. Trying to do things here and there, you know, and I've been finding joy in that, like just doing what I can, and again trying to be more comfortable and happy in my space. I do still need to get a picture frame for the photo that I purchased. I do want to add color. As you can see, like, I've been just doing little stuff. I said bring back wall clocks. Like, I've been wanting a wall clock for some reason. Don't ask me, I just wanted a wall clock, and red made perfect sense. Red just was on my spirit. And there's also something called the red color theory, or unexpected red color theory, or something like that. I think it was coined by this girl on TikTok, where she was talking about how just adding little bits of one bit of red in your apartment can just make things feel more like pulled together. Just add some color. And I thought that was interesting. Again, I've been on my red kick all year. Like, I've been really enjoying red for some reason. Like, it feels so fiery and so like I'm here, you know. It just feels, I don't know, I like red. My favorite color is green, but red here and there I think can be very, like I said, fiery and like sexy, or like just unexpected. So okay, so that's been space updates. I'm really proud of the mirror though. Like, I think this is just so cute. I did use it yesterday when I did my makeup. Oh, did I tap in with y'all? I don't think so. I think I forgot. I did my makeup for TikTok, but I just wanted to do something. I had gotten some concealer from Maybelline, which I actually really liked. I actually really liked the concealer that I used, so I just wanted to do a video for it. I haven't done any makeup type of stuff. Number one, my storage on my phone, so I strictly recorded that for TikTok, like in the app. And then they sent me the PR, so I was like, oh, let me just do a video for it. Like, that was really the only purpose. So that's been what's going on. I do like the curtains. Let me know what y'all think. I like them, especially from the other side. Like, hold on, let me see something. Like, on the other side, they're like so cute. Like, I just feel so like, excuse me. I like them. So cute touch. The tension rod obviously worked. Hopefully, I'm not gonna be like, if I had the kitties still, that would be an issue. Like that, the tension rod probably wouldn't hold because they would be climbing. I can already picture them climbing the curtains if I still had my kitties. But yeah, that's the space right now. Oh, I'm blocking it. Tink. But okay, I've been just chilling. I've been editing. I've been delegating not delegating, but I've been drafting some content. I think I'm gonna post on Instagram today. Definitely on TikTok. I post on TikTok every day at this point. Is my phone? I thought my phone was vibrating. But I'm definitely gonna post the mirror. I have it linked below if anyone cares. I also have the curtains, and I guess if anyone likes the curtain vibe. And the tension rod, I think is perfect for like a little doorway. Obviously, it's not going to go but so long, but it perfect for the doorway. But that's about it. I'm going to tap in with y'all in a little bit. Tomorrow, I actually have something I have to work later, but tomorrow I'm off. Tomorrow, there's a couple different things going on. Tomorrow, Saturday. Couple different things going on. So we'll be hanging out tomorrow also. But for now, that's all I got. Okay, I know I said that I would spend the day with y'all, but y'all, I was editing this vlog and it's already long. I was like, yo, this vlog is so long. I didn't realize how much I was yapping. Now, I'm at least give y'all a little OOTD for today. This shirt I actually got from ASOS. Like, I just feel like a stripe ain't never did nothing wrong, like, you know? And I also love asymmetrical, you know, I love this asymmetrical vibe. So, has my shoulder out, obviously. I did a silver jewelry. I did repaint my nails. This is the color that I had, which is like a grayish blue situation, but it's cute. These pants are from Gap. I'll have the outfit linked below if anyone cares. Now, my dilemma was because I was trying to figure out which shoes and glasses. Like y'all know I like to wear a little glasses. You know what I mean? So I wanted to add another element to my outfit. And obviously I need a jacket. So my first thought was I was gonna do these square toe flats that I got from ASOS. Yeah, I was gonna do black because I was just like, cool, I can do black. I have like this black crop jacket, and then I was just gonna do my black frames. Tink, you know, I was just gonna do that. But then when I tried on the shoes, I was just like iffy. Like I just felt like it just didn't, I know y'all can't really see, it just didn't really like speak to me completely. You know, like a part of me was just kind of like sitting here looking like, do I like this for real? You know? So I called my dad. Did I say that already? Because I feel like I've been thinking this thought in my head. I called my dad. He didn't answer the phone because my dad is like the fashion guy. So I was like, let me see what he thinks. Because what it was, you know, right. I was thinking about what I should do with the bottom of these pants. Like I don't like how they sit completely. Like if I uncuff them, I don't like how they sit on my foot. Like I need to wear a different type of shoe. And to me, a cuff honestly looks better to me than if they were just straight down. Like they just don't look, I don't know. Y'all not, like this is, oh, that is horribly boring. Like that looks horrible. I might have to show y'all a little bit better. I really need to get out of here. I'm just yapping, but I hate how the straight looks. Like that looks horrible to me. Oh, no. Oh, that is horrible. Like I hate that. I would rather it be a cuff and have a little bit of character than it to not. Hold on. That's just my opinion. I like the cuff better. So, but then I was like, cool, I could maybe wear my silver one. My, this will be like the obvious option. These ones from ASOS. Is everything from ASOS? But this will be like obvious option because obviously it goes directly with the color scheme. It has the silver. And I'm like, okay, I guess it would just be like a monochromatic situation. Y'all know these hurt the back of my feet ever so slightly. I will not be wearing these all day. I'm literally just going to like a little social event that I'm a part of this like little social, this club that I keep saying little, I don't mean it intentionally. I am a part of this social club in Philly where I just create content for their events. Just something to do. I also always get free tickets. So if you're ever in Philly, it's always going to be a chance that I may have like a code for you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, I may have like a code for one of their events. The events be really cute. So, you know, gives me something to do. It gives me time. It gives me like networking opportunities, content. Like I just like doing it. So they're having a social event today for like their creators. So I'm just going to that. That's it. But this will be the obvious option. But, and I tried them on. I think I liked them better. And then I was going to do these blue frame. Now, granted, I already have a print on. I know there's like a glare. I already have a print on, obviously. But I actually liked this better than I liked the black. Now, granted, I am going to have a black jacket. I may have to find another jacket option. But I like this better. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just wear these. I was trying to call my father. He would have helped me out pretty well. But whatever. So like I said, I have to get out of here. I've been starting on the next vlog. So by the time you see the next video, you'll see me in this exact same outfit. So doing 2 at 1 right now. I guess I'll just wear the other ones. Guess I'll just wear the other ones. I do want to do a video, an outfit video for TikTok. So I'm going to take my scarf off. I did put some mousse on my braids, like on the top. I used some, what did I do? I did the Blue Magic just because I'm getting flaky. You know what I mean? I'm going to start having to take this out soon because my scalp is not happy. My scalp is never happy. So soon I'm going to need to get rid of those, to get rid of these. But I also did put some mousse on the top. And as you guys can see, I just had a scarf on just to kind of like lay it down a little bit. I used the Rawa mousse. I've worked with Rawa in the past, if you guys recognize that name. I always have like my code or whatever below. But their mousse is good. Let me show you the rest. Let me see. They still, wait, let me see. Can y'all see? They're still holding up pretty well. So this is going to be the look. Think. So I'm going to do some content or like a little quick video. I need to get out of here. Okay, bye. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, bye. Double text got me out of my element. I don't want to feel like I'm settling. Double texting you. I outdid myself. I'm all like, look at them, but y'all looking at me. Just wanted to say hi to you guys.
This is not Deja Christine, this is Maria. So this is one Morgann.
A position where I'm comfortable. That is gonna lead to my demise. Number 10! I found number 10! That one's going because I'm just tired of looking at it. Keep you here with me, oh baby. A shot is like juice. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm excited. Who has fun in the rain?
We got the ankles right.
But it's so cracked and beat and butchered and bloodied. Happy birthday!